coast to coast and all points in between, our combatants have come to the glamour capital of the world, Hollywood, California, to settle their disputes once and for all. From the Grudge Match Arena at Universal Studios, Amateur Rank Sports proudly presents the Grudge Match. Today we have three incredible grudges. Writing partners battle over the destruction of a big screen TV. Ex-lovebirds go head-to-head because she had an affair with his brother. And surfer dudes duke it out over a broken surfboard. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grudge Match Arena. I'm Steve Albert. I'll be calling the play-by-play along with my good friend, Jesse the Body Ventura. And, Jesse, we've got three terrific matches lined up.
And the great thing is, Steve, these are ordinary people. They are not trained athletes or actors.
That's right. These are real people who've decided to take matters into their own hands to settle their disputes. And, Jesse, tell us how the Grudge Match works.
The Grudge Match consists of 3 one-minute rounds. In the first round, the contestants use either oversized boxing gloves or a similar weapon chosen by our game's commissioner. The second and third round, the contestants get to choose their own weapons. And the great thing is, Steve, our audience picks the winner.
And our first match features a couple of riders who are battling over a destroyed big screen television set.
What are they, couch potatoes?
We'll find out. Let's hear them describe their stories.
My name is Steve Weiss. My grudge is with my business partner, Paul Dell. My wife and I went on vacation and Paul house sat as usual. My wife and I came back. I went to plug my television set in, and the TV blew up. Paul says it's not his fault. But who else's fault could it be? He was the one who had the party in our house.
Look, I'm not denying people came over. I mean, it was only like 4 or 5, though. It wasn't like people were trashing the place. We just sat around, had a few drinks. We weren't doing anything, you know? I mean, he's making more of a deal than there actually is.
It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out that it was his fault. I mean, we looked around the house. It was beer cans, beer tops. The carpet was all messed up. He says it was a couple of people. It must have been, what, half a dozen people, maybe a dozen.
Look, Steve and I are writers, and we're in the business of making up stories, but this time he's making up a story about me, and I'm telling you it's not true.
Paul says he shouldn't have to pay for the television because I've broken many things of his in the past. But that's not true. I haven't broken anything.
Look, I was in the room the whole time. I didn't spill anything. No one else spilled anything. I have no idea what happened to the TV, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm not paying anything.
Paul, I've tried to talk to you man to man to settle this humanely, but you won't listen. So now I'm throwing down the gauntlet, and you and I are going to go at it. Man to man, mano a mano. You're going to pay for this TV set.
I'm taller, I'm much more attractive, and when we get in that ring, I'm going to make you pay for putting me through all this.
Paul sporting the Don Ho look. Very nice, Paul. Let's find out what weapons they plan to use with Paula McClure.
Thank you, Steve. Here in the gallery of weapons, we have a real bizarre array of weapons for everybody to choose from. Our contestants have been back, and in round 1, they're using oversized boxing gloves. In round 2, Steve wants to take Paul back to caveman days with this club and boulder. And in round 3, Paul is going to have a little beer bash with Steve. This is what the guys are battling for. Paul is fighting to win a color TV, Sanyo cable-ready 20-inch remote-controlled TV with MTS stereo and SAP bilingual broadcast. Features Digicon on-screen display, off-timer, and auto shutoff, furnished by Sanyo. And if Steve wins, he wants to take home $800. Back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Paula. And this Grudge Match Arena crowd is getting revved up for a battle of writing partners. And our combatants are getting set to make their entrance, and I think that's Steve Vanilla Weiss. Yes, here he comes, the man with the grudge.
Here comes Steve Vanilla Weiss, and he's looking serious, and he better be serious.
He's from the tough streets of Newark, New Jersey. He is escorted in by Pete Steinfeld.
He knows how to fight them, Steve, if he grew up in Newark.
You bet. Well, he's going to have to fight his writing partner, who's getting set. Here he comes, Paul the Farmer in the Dell. He's a New Yorker, too, upstate New York, Rochester. And he is ushered in by Pete's twin brother, Andrew Steinfeld, 2 outstanding physical fitness experts in this country. And they are our cornermen. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grudge Match. Our matches are sanctioned by Amateur Rank Sports, Games Commissioner Gary Ganaway, Deputy Commissioner Tyrell Janos. In the ring at this time, the officials assigned. And first of all, let me introduce them to you. 2 of America's finest physical fitness experts, each assigned as trainer and cornerman. In the red corner, we have Pete Steinfeld. And his very own twin brother across the ring in the blue corner, Andrew Steinfeld. At the end of each match, the winner will be presented with a championship belt. That job falls to our lovely grudge match lady, looking elegant for these matches today in black. This is Teresa Ring. And standing next to Teresa, the very lucky referee for all the matches today, from Boston, Massachusetts, John Pinette. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Grudge Match Arena, let's get ready to rumble! This is the Grudge Match battle of TV or not TV. Introducing first in the red corner, from Newark, New Jersey, 5'6", coming in at 145 pounds, introducing Steve Vanilla Weiss. And his opponent in the blue corner, from Rochester, New York, 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul, the farmer in the Dell.
All right, guys, now I want a nice clean match here. No hitting below the belt, no biting, kicking, scratching. If there's a knockdown, the other person must go to a neutral corner. If you get in any trouble, go to a neutral corner, and I'll take care of it. When the bell rings, come out, let's settle this grudge. Come on, let's go!
All right, John Pinette is psyched up, and how do they stack up?
The tail of the tape, Weiss, 26 years old, 5'6", 145, a writer. Dell, 25 years old, 6 feet, 155, and also a writer. Dell with a little height advantage and probably reach too, Steve.
Jesse, the rules, a static 8 count in effect. No 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight, and the fighter cannot be saved by the bell. The audience chooses the winner at the end of round 3. It's the battle of TV or not TV. Steve thinks Paul should replace a TV that Paul broke. Paul claims he didn't break it.
And they both come out going for the body right away, but there's Paul with a good right hand to the head. Eventually they'll get to the head, believe me.
Steve Vanilla Weiss, he has the grudge wearing the red.
And I'll tell you, Steve Weiss is just hammering him there. He's like a machine with those punches. It's going to be tough for him to keep that up for a full 1 minute, Steve.
He may be spent by the end of this round, and don't forget, he's got 2 to go.
We're halfway through the round now, and you can tell the gloves are getting heavy.
And this, of course, will be the cleanest of the 3 rounds. Wait till you see what's in store.
And again, Weiss going to the body. There you see the grudge cam right there. You're looking at exactly what Steve Vanilla Weiss is looking at out of the red corner right there. You're seeing what he sees right there, and not too much but leather. We're down to 10 seconds.
Steve going for $800, Paul for a 20-inch color TV.
And they're out of gas, Steve.
Yep. Get through round 1. A little shove there by Paul to complete matters. Here's Andy Steinfeld giving him some instruction.
Come on, man. You gotta step into this little costume over here. Get into this thing. Hurry up, hurry up.
Well, you can see that Paul, the farmer in the Dell, is putting on a little caveman outfit because he's going to be battling with caveman clubs and boulders.
What we might want to add, though, Steve, these are probably the lightest boulders on earth right here.
Yeah, nobody's really going to get hurt here. Well, we go back to BC on the grudge match for round 2.
Here we go. Match stats. Steve threw 36 punches, landed 17 for 47%. Paul threw 27 punches, landed 11 for 41%. Fairly even in the boxing, I think, Steve.
And round 2, as we said, we call it the caveman. They'll be going at it with clubs and boulders.
You know, speaking of boulders, I wasn't referring to that, Steve. Why do you always think that?
Oh, brother. Here we go, round 2. They certainly look swell. Looks like Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble.
Oh, and Steve Weiss lost his club, but he gets it back. And alert John Pinette fired that club right back to him.
That's a first.
Yeah, Pinette being alert and moving quick.
Oh, what a pop by Steve Vanilla Weiss, solidly.
I'll tell you, he's rearing back. He looks like hammering Hank Aaron with that club.
Pulverizing his opponent, Paul, farmer in the Dell. And I think that stunned him. That took something out of him.
Absolutely. Steve, and another good one. Steve Vanilla Weiss. He's got Paul hurt.
He's on Queer Street, as they say.
Yes, the farmer in the Dell.
He nothing left.
Oh, and a little back one over the top. We're down to 8 seconds, and the farmer in the dell's hurting.
What a great round for Steve Vanilla Weiss.
He's running back to his corner and takes one right at the bell.
2 crunching blows by Steve Weiss, sending Dell to his chair, and he is in disbelief, astonished, and he is staggered.
He's on Rubber Leg Street, and John Panette's going over there. He better not pull a steal on us and stop the bout here.
The paramedic is there.
Shot the neck, all right?
Hey, sir, you want to keep going?
Well, he's a trooper. He's got a lot of heart. Paul Dell, he says, I'm all right. I want to go on.
Absolutely. You got to have a little intestinal fortitude here on the grudge match. Here we go. Steve at 35 swung, landed 21 for 60%. Paul 36 swung, landed 23 for 64%. But I got to say, Steve Vanilla Weiss, his clubs were much more effective in that 60% range.
Well, now it's time for a little liquid refreshment. The beer bash, as the contestants will throw a beer in each other's faces. Well, I hope it's 3-2, so it's not that potent. And some pretzels on the side.
There's the bell, and there goes the beer. Like I said, you know, these guys being from New York, they're used to those pretzels.
Need a little mustard on it. That's the Philly way. All right, they're going at it here. Good hit there. Oh! Goes Dell. And goes right. A double knockdown.
Double knockdown right there. Weiss went back and hit the deck. You know, it gets slippery with all that brew all over the ring.
This is a brouhaha right now, but nobody's laughing. I'm sorry. The only guy who's left standing is Panette.
And Panette's getting it right there, but he's got his mouth open as usual. That's one thing about Panette. When he referees, he keeps his mouth open.
Hoping for direct hits. And down goes Dell again. We've lost count.
Here we go.
Pretzel attack.
There goes the pretzels. We're down to 10 seconds left in the round, and Dell pushes back right there. Pushing and shoving. You know, maybe they're feeling it a little at this point in time. They're getting a little wobbly legged out there.
That's the sign. And we feel like we're in a brewery. The smell is unbelievable. So that is it, and I think Paul Dell is very happy that this one is over. And he pays the price against Steve Vanilla Weiss. And Vanilla Weiss, he feels he is victorious. He looks pretty good despite all of the punishment. And let's go up to our man of the ring, our ring announcer, the one and only Michael Buffer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, who will it be? Steve Vanilla Weiss or the farmer in the dell? Our judges here at ringside will let us know in just a moment.
And we'll return with that decision in just a moment.
The largest and hottest library of 16-bit games is getting larger. Sega introduces Kid Chameleon. With more than 100 levels and 1,800 screens, Kid Chameleon continually changes personalities to combat skull chompers, crabuloids, jumping micro monkeys, and more. Kid Chameleon, only on the 16-bit Genesis system from Sega.
Baby lotion? Penelope, why are you putting baby lotion in the Charmin?
Why? To make the gentlest toilet tissue there is. I'm putting a tiny drop of unscented baby lotion in every sheet. To make a Charmin so gentle, it glides on your skin like no other tissue.
It's so gentle.
So squeezable, and only Charmin has it.
This is a real plus.
You bet.
Gentle Charmin Plus with baby lotion.
Ooh, quite a pleasable, squeezable notion.
Hurry in now for unbeatable values during Circuit City's truckload sale. Save on Bose bookshelf loudspeakers, now a low $66 each. This Sansui VCR with remote and on-screen displays, now only $198. And this feature pack Sanyo 8mm camcorder, yours for just $598. Don't miss these unbeatable values and more at Circuit City's truckload sale.
Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state-of-the-art.
I've been thinking about cosmetic surgery for years, so I called 1-800-NEW-LOOK for a free consultation. What a great service. I learned about all the latest procedures. They showed me financing plans I can really afford. And many procedures are even covered by my insurance. They helped me find a great doctor, a board-certified specialist who's just right for me. They even gave me a free computer imaging session so I could see what my new look could be. Wow.
Back to the glitz and glamour of the Grudge Match Arena. We are awaiting the decision of the battle of TV or not TV. Let's find out from our man of the ring, Michael Buffer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the official scoring is in, and our judges here in the audience have decided that the winner, by a margin of 64%, is in the red corner, Steve Vanilla Weiss.
Yeah, Steve Vanilla Weiss, who had the grudge, and he'll take home $800. A very happy... Wait a minute. Wanted a hug from Teresa. All he'll get is the belt. He almost got a belt in the mouth. Let's go up to Jesse.
Well, Paul, I thought you fought a terrific fight, but it looked like you took some heavies in the clubbing and the caveman. You were on Rubber Leg Street there. How did you feel?
He got me a couple times in the head. It's a lot harder than it looks. I'll tell you. Get in that thing.
Well, you joined great company because just about everybody feels that way when it's over. It's a lot tougher than it looks. Well, you won it. And again, I'll say, I think the turning point for you was the caveman fight. You did very well with the clubs. Do you have practice with that or something?
No, I just have a hard head, so I don't mind being hit. I don't mind it at all. He has a soft head, though. I think it has some dents in it now.
All right, well, guys, it's the grudge match where you shake hands and say the grudge is settled. All right, Steve Albert, we've settled another grudge here on the grudge match. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Jesse. Our next match...
My name is Brian Elkins.